All right, that is 58-year-old Joseph McGrail. He recently shattered a Guinness World Record that stood for more than 3 decades. He stood there in the studio with a powerful one-word shout. Now, this is astonishing 122.4 decibels, okay? That would be the intensity of the roar of a jet engine or a piercing ambulance siren. All of that coming out of that little guy.
Well, I'm glad that they didn't play that as loud on air. Otherwise, I think I would have ruptured my eardrum.
Oh, yeah. I was like, well, be sensitive to it's a morning time. You don't want to, all of a sudden someone just yelling.
Well, we're also still kind of waking up still. I mean, you've been up for, 7 hours? I've been up for about 3 hours, 4 hours. So,
how long does it take you to wake up in the morning?
I'm always defrosting, Joe. By the time I'm defrosted, I have to go back to bed.
Oh, my goodness. 3 hours is a long time, though, Danny.
Yeah, I know it is. It is. I'm just still kind of defrosting. But, yeah, I'm curious, how do you find out that you have such a loud shout? Like, some of these, Guinness World Records, I'm curious to find, the origin story. Did he just yell one day and he goes, wow, that was really loud?
Yeah. Well, I bet you, over time, people have just noticed, man, your scream's, really loud or something, And he's like, maybe there's something to that. But he said after that, his voice was completely shot, which I get it.
I mean, especially if you, held it in for a while. And because I'm sure, if you do it once, I don't know if you can, get back to that spot, right? You have to rest your voice. But, man, I would be curious from a distance what it would sound like.
Yeah, you probably could hear it for what, maybe half a mile?
I mean, yeah, if it's a shout or if it's the sound of a jet engine, if you're in a really quiet neighborhood, you could probably hear it throughout the entire neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. All right, well, that's really cool. I mean, they have a lot of weird things for the Guinness Book of World Record, weird things you wouldn't even think of.
Yeah, stuff like the world's longest fingernails, which to me is always...
I don't know why anybody, that would make you sort of work where you can't do normal tasks.
Joe, there's a world record for everything.
Maybe there's one for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this. There's a rat infestation causing some serious issues.
Well, that's a unit.
Yeah, for a Pennsylvania neighborhood. So basically there was an abandoned home there, had some rats, and then they just started multiplying, taking over the entire neighborhood. They rescued some animals from that home as well, but now residents are just chasing rats everywhere, trying to get them out.
Yeah, you know what this reminds me of is Ratatouille. Maybe they're just trying to start a new restaurant, Joe.
Oh. I don't know, would you go to a restaurant ran by rats?
No, absolutely not. That's one of the things of the movie when they say look, if I knew rats were there, no chance I'm going.
Yeah.
But maybe, what's the little guy's name? Remy? Maybe he's, cooking up something.
Now, Remy's a different brand. He's a cleaner mouse.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not a rat, he's a mouse. Is there, a lot of a difference?
I don't know. I feel like rats are just bigger, right?
Yeah, longer tails.
Yeah.
I think they're just same species, just a different version.
Yeah. Also, where you lived in New York for a while, they've got quite the rat infestation.
Lots of rats down in the subway. They're everywhere.
Now, what makes them so big? Is it just because it's feeding off of everything off the subway?
Right, because it's like a city of garbage, right? And they're well fed.
I'll say fair enough.
Remember the viral video of the rat carrying the piece of pizza down the stairs?
Oh, yeah.
It's like that. But I mean, I had a rat as a pet once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his name was Sneezy, because he always sneezed. And loved him. He was a great pet.
I was going to say, if you domesticate him, it's pretty good pet.
Yeah. No, he was. Very kind, didn't bite or anything like that, and was smart, too, because they're very smart.
So did you have any other pets that may have tried to eat Neezy?
Well, the dogs, I never really kind of well, my little dog, I would let him sort of get in the cage, and they would look at each other and sniff each other. But yeah, you got to be careful because I think they're, known as predators would easily want them.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, so in this neighborhood in Pennsylvania, an exterminator is setting traps and all of the things, hoping that they can start putting a dent in this to eliminate the problem. I might just have to move if they couldn't,
Yeah, I was going to say, I will say, though, the kitten we just got, she's been hunting, little ants, so I might have to put her on the case. Although
Ants?
Yeah, she might be a little too small, though, for a rat.
Ants, though. I didn't know cats would hunt ants.
Our older cat, Benny, he couldn't care less, but the little kitten, she will go after anything.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Have you heard about the Lucky Knicks bag? Take a look. It's viral orange. It was designed and carried by Jordan Woods, which is the fiance of NBA star Karl Anthony Towns. Now, during the playoffs there, the 13-game winning streak, she carried it when she didn't because in Madison Square Garden, it's no bags. They lost, and fans were like, hey, bring it back. It's a lucky bag, apparently, and now it's on display at the Guggenheim.
I was gonna say, I'm sure New York fans will go to visit it because maybe that was one of the reasons they won.
Yeah, I mean, I think they certainly believe so.
I was gonna say, and yeah, shout out Carl Anthony Towns, former Timberwolf. Hate to see him not win in a Wolves uniform, but happy for him. And then, of course, his fiance, they're champs now.
There we go. I'm gonna go see the orange bag. I love the Guggenheim. It's my favorite museum in New York City. Love it. Stay with us. More after this.